This is my Badlands MRK2. This thing is awesome. I've talked about this pack in other videos. This is my go-to pack for saddle hunting and for packing meat out of the woods. This is the Moxle Pro 2400. And here's where it gets interesting. So I made a video a couple of weeks ago about the Badlands pack, and Moxule reached out and they said, hey, we saw your video. Can you give our pack a try? We're gonna send it to you, test it out, make a video, give your honest review. I think that's pretty cool. That gives me respect for the company right off the bat, right? They're not asking for me to talk about specific things or say it in a certain way. They're just like, yep, we're gonna send it to you. It'll be there this weekend. Play with it, test it, take it into the woods, and make a video about it. These are both 2400 class packs, so the exact same size capacity wise. A lot of similarities from a capability and from a hauling perspective, but also some pretty important differences. So let's get into it. This 2400 cubic inch range, this is a super popular size. It's kind of a blend between, getting some additional capacity over like a standard backpack, but also being really mobile and lightweight. You get into some of these 5,000 and 6,000 class backpacks, they're awesome, but if you're using it for a weekend hunt or a day hunt, it can be extra heavy. It's a lot of extra weight on your back that you don't really need. But let's talk about price. The MRK2 from Badlands, this comes in at $400. So you're starting to get into that premium, higher end pack price range. This Moxle here is a little bit more of a deal, right? So you can pick these up from $240 to $280 depending on if there's a sale, but you can save quite a bit of money, a little bit less expensive for this one. Now, interestingly, something I noticed as I was playing with this is there are a couple of features in here that are pretty sweet that don't come with the base pack on the Badlands side. There is a rain cover built into the bottom of this pack, so you can just pull this rain cover out at any time, put it over the entire pack. It tucks nicely back into the bottom here. Now, Badlands does offer a rain cover you can buy separately, but it's not integrated into the pack system itself. You got to carry it with you, and it's an additional cost on top of that $400 base price. In addition to that, Badlands also, on their hip belt, has some MOLLE attachments where you can add different holsters and bags and cases, etc. That's nice from a customization perspective, but it is also additional cost. I noticed on the Moxule one, it's got these nice big pockets built in already, so you already have that storage on your hip belt ready to go. These are both framed backpacks. They are made for hauling meat, right? You are not gonna overload them from a weight perspective, just hauling your own gear. These are made for heavy loads, but when you get ready to pack out that animal, that's where these both really shine. So the Badlands ones, their frame is super nice. It's really stiff. They're using like a magnesium alloy, so it's this exposed metal frame here. You can actually see it. If you kind of peel back, you can see where this frame comes up and ties into the pack. Had a lot of good haul outs with this frame. What I'll tell you is when you put this on your back and you cinch everything down, it is really stiff, it's really rigid, and it does a good job of transferring the weight to your hips. I've been super impressed with it. Now on the Moxule side, you can't see the frame. The frame is not exposed, but it is aluminum alloy, so it's a little bit lighter. While it is really rigid, there is a little more flex in the frame. I can feel it when I cinch it down, when I put weight into the pack. I can feel it a little bit, just kind of tweaking on it here. There's just a little bit of give. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing. This is subjective and something that's gonna be your feel to you. Both of these packs feel great, and they do an awesome job of transferring the weight down to the hips. I can put a lot of weight in these haulers and still keep the straps comfortably off my shoulders, have the weight centered on my hips and cinched down, and it feels really, really good. I think this is gonna be a personal preference thing because, again, this has a little more give and a little more flex. Badlands is much stiffer differ, but they both feel good under load. One other key difference here between the pack, the Badlands frame is built into the pack itself. It's actually sewn in a couple of different areas, and as you extend this to meat hauling mode with the shelf, it's all tied together. And why that's important is this frame is a part of the pack, and it will always stay as a part of this pack. If you want to set up a different configuration or get more capacity, you need a different pack. Perfect example of that, I've got, you know, this 2400 here, and I've got a much bigger 6000 series here, right? MRK2, MRK6. Same exact frame and meat hauling setup, just a bigger bag with more capacity. So again, the options are there from Badlands, but you're gonna do it with multiple packs. What's interesting about this Moxule is the frame is completely separate and can be put on any size of their pack. They have a bunch of different sizes that go on these packs, and you can swap them out on the frames. The frame can be used independently, and it still has all the straps you need to do your haul. The other thing on this Moxule, maybe a little gimmicky, I don't know if I'll actually use it, but it's a feature that's there. So this cover on the top, they call this the top hat. This is completely detachable, and it actually turns into like a mini backpack. So I think the idea is you got your pack at camp, you're going for a quick walk, or you know, you just need a couple little things, you don't want to carry your whole pack. This actually opens up, and you have some little straps here, and it turns into like this mini backpack. So kind of cool. There's all these like little hidden features in this thing. I don't know that I would ever use this, honestly, in this configuration. But yeah, you can. I mean, you throw it on, you get this little mini pack here. It's not bad. Let's talk zippers. Zippers are a big thing when you get into the hunting pack world. Badlands, I don't know what kind of zippers they use. They don't explicitly call it out in their specs. Something proprietary to Badlands, I imagine. They've been super solid to me. I've never had any issue. They seem awesome. They're very well built. They use this bigger, kind of heavier, dutier zipper on this pack on the main compartment. And then on the secondary compartments, they have this smaller zipper. They're smooth. They work good in the rain, in the dirt, etc. Moxule, their zippers also seem rock solid. They seem really nice, really smooth. They specifically call out these are YKK zippers. If you know anything about packs, YKK is the gold standard for backpacking zippers, for quality, for durability, reliability, etc. Very similar setup. You have a smaller zipper on the front pocket here, and then for the zipper to get into the main compartment, you have a big hefty zipper there that allows you to get into that main. This 2400 is set up very similar to some of the larger Badlands packs where you have access to this main compartment from this front zipper, but you also have a top with a drawstring. So that's kind of sweet. You can get in here, get in from the top of this back, or you can get in from the front, whatever's more convenient for you. From a material perspective, they feel very similar. So this Moxle one, it's like this waterproof, almost nylon, heavy duty nylon material. Give you a little sound check. Gonna scratch that there all around. It's that material everywhere. All the pockets, the base, everything. It's got some heavy duty loops with double, triple stitching and all these stress points where you can hook things on. You've got attachment points kind of all over the place. Not bad. The Badlands seems to be a very similar nylon. I'll give you another sound check. I mean, feels the same. It feels like a similar thickness. What I did notice about the Badlands, the bottom of the pack has this heavier duty, thicker stuff. So we'll have to see over time how this material holds up, being set on the ground, dragged in the woods, etc. There's this heavier duty piece here. But again, they both feel really heavy duty and really solid. What else do we have here? They both have hydration ports, hooks on the inside to hang your water. As far as the straps and the webbing, it feels to be, identical. I mean, I don't know where these straps are typically manufactured, but it seems to be a similar thickness, similar strength. The one thing I always notice about Badlands is they have this yellow thread that they use, and they usually like double, triple, quadruple stitch it in these high stress points. While there's not a different color thread in any of these areas, you can see that they are doing real heavy duty stitching in all of these stress points. So it seems to be a similar kind of design. So let's talk warranty. Badlands has established himself in the industry as the warranty king. They unconditionally will send you a brand new pack or repair your pack for whatever reason. It does not matter. Seen stories of guys leaning this up against a wood stove, you know, burning it, melting it. They get brand new packs. That is something that Badlands, you know, you're paying for that with that premium price and with that warranty. Now that said, while this pack seems to be really well built, I don't think the warranty is going to be quite as well known or established. It did come with a tag, and on the tag it said they will repair or replace anything for the life of this product. But I just don't know. I've never heard of these guys. I think they came onto the scene somewhere around 2017. They hardly have an online presence. So time will tell, right? I'm gonna run this thing hard and see how it really does and do a follow-up here. But from a warranty perspective, on paper, they say they're gonna take care of you. There's nothing that I can, you know, say to prove that because I haven't seen it yet. So Moxle, if you guys have some more detail there, throw it in the comments so everybody knows about it. But as far as kind of material quality, design, how it's set up, and all of the little things that they've kind of, you know, thought about, I like this thing. And it's a really good value. I mean, for $250 for a pack with this kind of capability, that's hard to find, right? Packs get incredibly expensive. I talk about Badlands being in the premium category as we're getting into that $500–600 range, and that's just getting started. Some of these guys, you know, there's packs at the $800–900,000 range. It's like, I don't know about all that, but I've loved Badlands and used their packs for a long time, but having a company like Moxule who was confident enough to reach out and say, we're gonna send it to you, make a video, be honest. And that's where we're at. So if you're looking for a budget pack that doesn't break the bank but seems to be really well built, has high-end quality zippers, and a lot of features that are focused on hunting and specifically hauling meat out of the woods, I think this Moxle pack is worth a look. Thank you for watching. Every Thursday, new video to come. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.